Okay, alright guys, welcome back. On the previous tutorial, we get the user ID from the username. So what we are going to do for this tutorial, first, I have to sanitize the username to protect myself from SQL injection here. So I'm gonna pass the username here, and I'm gonna make my username to be sanitized. And then what I will do next, because let me show you something first. If I came to my PHP admin here, localhost, PHP my admin. Look, there is inside ridge here. There is a users table. Then look how the passwords are stored. They are not stored as some plain text, okay, but rather they are encrypted. With the encryption method that I'm using here is called MD5 encryption method. So I have to decrypt this data, encrypt this data, okay. So I'm gonna use the MD5 hashing. So I'm gonna use MD5 function here. So what I will do, I'll jump into my query here. Okay, my query is gonna be select. I'm gonna select the count of the user ID, okay, from username. Oh my, sorry, from users. Where? From users. I just lost the track here. Where? Yeah. Where? User name is equals to the sanitized username and the password, which is gonna equals to the hashed password, the MD5 password. Okay, so let me jump into my SQL query here and copy all that crap here. Just I'm gonna cut actually, so I'm gonna cut all this thing out. Okay, then I'm gonna paste here. Okay, then what I will do, I'll remove this part, and then just let me see my query. Select count user ID from users, where username is username and the password is password. That's right. So let me go to MySQL result. Okay, MySQL result. Okay, then what I'm gonna check out if the query, and from the I'm gonna start counting from 0. If this thing is equals to 1, okay, if there is some successful username and a password being found, I'm gonna return the user ID. So how can I get the user ID? I simply have the function to get a username from the user ID, user ID from the username. Oh god, this thing is not correct. User ID from username. The name have to be like this. Because I'm getting the user ID from the username, right? So that is some just conventional thing to do. Yeah. Then I'm gonna paste this thing out, and I'm gonna pass the username, and I simply can get the user ID. So just let me call this variable to be user ID. Okay. If this query is successful, if I'm able to find the username and the ID, what did I want to do? I want to pass the user ID. I want to return the user ID. But else, I want to return false. Okay. Then I'm going to type and return here. Okay. So sweet. So let me go to my login form here. If else, this thing is happening, or if the username and password combination is correct, for the time being only, I just want to echo out OK, for instance. Echo OK. Just for the timing, okay? I want to echo out. Okay, let me open up that login. I just mistakenly closed it. So it's gonna be here. Login. Boom. Yeah. For the timing only, if the login is successful, I'm gonna echo out OK here. So let's give it a try. Just let me type. Oh, there is some in the users in line 34. What is happening in line 34? Okay, in the users line 34 probably will be just I miss a semicolon here. That's the reason why. Okay, sorry guys, just let's come here and refresh again. It says OK. Just keep it in mind, it is not generating any error besides saying OK. But that's not the thing that you want. What did we want to do is just rather than saying OK, there is something that I want to do. just keep in mind there is a session which is already started here. Okay, so on the login page, I just want to store a session called a user ID that will store users, that will allow them to have a session with that particular user ID. So how can I get the user ID? I simply make a function called login that will return a user ID here. So just I'm gonna copy this function here. Okay, so the return of this function is gonna store the session here. Just rather than typing okay, just let me display the session. Let me display the session. Okay, so the user ID. So let me append some string here and say this is the ID for this user or something like that. So let me come and refresh my page here. In line 38, I don't know what's happening here. Just I keep on missing semicolons. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, it says okay. There's a session here, so I'm gonna type my password here. It says 1. Okay, why it says 1? Because the ID for this user, it is 1 here. Okay, so what did I want to do? I already stored the session here, so rather what I will do, I will redirect this page to another page. So I'm going to use location index.php. okay, then exit out of here. Okay, so when I'm typing something correct, okay, it's gonna redirect me. It says because I intentionally typed a username and a password. So if I use a right password here, it's gonna redirect me back without any error. Okay, so on the next tutorial we're gonna make things official. We're gonna hide the login page or the login form here. Okay, if the user is already logged in, and we're gonna display this thing if the user is logged out. Okay, that's what we're gonna do on the next tutorial. Till we see on the next tutorial, keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on just watching tutorials. Just see you guys.